Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me just get this off my chest. Welcome to Her Diary Out Loud with Danny Royal, where my journey does not define me, but it defies the barriers of caring about what other people think. One real life experience at a time, my story, my way. I mean, it's better out than in, right? I bet you didn't know I was a mother of 7. And if you knew that I was a mother of 7, then that means you just been rocking with me for quite some time, or you just know me personally. So our podcast today was about me being a mother. I am, for those who don't know, a mother of 7, and I love my babies. I would have never thought that I would be a mother of 7. Never thought in a million years. But let me tell you, God saw fit to bless me to be a mother of 7. And so I'm grateful for that. So in this podcast, we unpack the I Am a Mother episode. We unpack the fact that I am a mother who's gone through so many different things and who's faced many different obstacles, but I still have overcome. I tell you stories about, some significant moments in my life through my process of finding out the first time I was a mom or I became a mom, and I was just like, whoo. So I unpacked that. I also share with you all some sentimental moments between my family and I during the process of me, finding out about being a mom. And I also talk about a little bit about abortion and a little bit about, different topics concerning that, my views, what I feel about abortion. If I've ever even gotten an abortion before, I unpack that in this podcast. So this is pretty much a recap of what it is that I have gone through, experienced, talked about inside of our podcast on Podbean. Okay, so if you're not, go over to Podbean, follow Her Diary Out Loud podcast by Danny Royal, okay? And check us out, get into it, share it with someone if you find that there's something that you can relate to. Surely there's another female who can relate to it too, and maybe even a man, just from a different perspective and point of view. I am not biased, okay? I do have my strong opinions. I do have my strong beliefs. I do have all these things, but let me let you know, I am a human being just like you all. And I love love, and I lead with love. And those who know that will understand exactly how I move. Those who know me. This is about getting to know me. This Who Am I series, is about getting to know who I am. Getting to know the face behind Her Diary Out Loud. So here I am. I have so many things that I, have gone through in my life. And believe it or not, some things wanted and unwanted. And so I unpacked those things in Her Diary Out Loud. Now, I'm just getting to the surface of it. There is so much to unpack. And that's the beauty about having a diary. You get a chance to unpack things that you never thought that you could share with anyone, to anyone. And so me being a church girl, really, this one took the cake for me. Because being a church girl and pregnant, I unpacked that as well. Because I wanted to let you know what my experience was. Because I know so many females who's been in the church world and some who hasn't been in the church world who's scared that they may even get judged from, just having a child or being a mother, and not being married. I have been a mother not married, and I have been a mother, Mary. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And so I unpack all of that in this episode. And So if you have not yet, even if you got to click off of this, go on over to Podbean and go listen to our podcast. Come back, leave me a comment, or even leave me a comment there. We would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. When I say we, I'm speaking it into existence because I have a team. And so, literally, what you see here, this microphone is for aesthetic purposes. I know I don't have to say that, but literally, it is like, because I believe that what you plan for and what you purpose for is going to unfold. It's going to manifest. So that means I need you guys to connect with me, partner with me, so that we can make Her Diary Out Loud big. I do believe that there are many women with stories just like mine. And some of them didn't get through it the way that I've gotten through it. But I really want to be the pillar who stands in the gap for the woman who can't, and the woman who did. The person who can't and the person who did. Because my podcast is not just solely for women, but it is my story from my perspective, and I am a woman. If you have not, I want you to check out also our podcast, I Am a Woman, as well, because I unpack so many juicy things in that video as well. I talk about so many different things, and I touch on topics that people least likely want to talk about because nobody wants to talk about it because, they're so scared to talk about it, basically. And I'm gonna leave it at that because people be scared, in social media platforms and different people, places, and things try to silence our voices. And I believe that our voice has power. I believe that our words have power. I believe that we can have what we faith for. It doesn't matter if you are this perfect Patty or this perfect Pat. No, nobody's perfect. Not even me. I am sweet as pie. At least I believe I'm sweet as pie. I'm not going to toot my own horn. I believe that I am sweet as pie. I try to lead with love. And because I try to lead with love, I believe that you attract what you are. And when you are a good person, you honestly attract what you are and what you don't want to attract because you attract everything. So I just am, a conduit for it all, but I'm able to filter out the BS. Okay. I'm able to filter out the BS because I have God, and I'm able to check in with myself through my story and, making sure that I'm good. Hey, did you like how that happened? Hey, the same way that I would do as a mother to my children, I do that with myself. And so if you are a mother today, I would like to tell you, extend yourself some grace. Extend yourself some grace. And I want you to know that I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I am excited that you are growing and things are unfolding for you. Never believe ever that it's too late for you. You can do anything you put your mind to. I don't care if you have one child or a plethora of children. That just means you have more help to get the job done. If you rightfully divide your time, space, effort, and energy. And if you don't know how to do that, I urge you to seek ye first. Seek God. Be like, Lord, okay, God, this is what I desire. I believe that you've given me these children for a reason. How do they play a part of my purpose? What can I do to make their lives easier and mine? Like, what can I do? I am a mom. I am a mother. I am all of that. I am all of that because I chose to answer the call to that. I chose to answer to the call to being a mom. To being a mom to the babies that God has blessed me with. And frankly, oh my goodness, my babies range from several different ages. And so I unpacked that also in the podcast episode, I Am a Mother. So take this time out to really, really, really just get down and dirty with being the daggone good mother that you are. I mean, I have had so many ups and downs, challenges, and all that jazz. Why? Because somebody's perception or other people's perception of who I am as a mother may have looked different from their lens. But it doesn't matter what somebody else thinks about your parenting. This is who it matters to, the one who you are raising. What are they saying about you? How do they feel about your parenting? Because ultimately, that's all that matters. And as long as you are raising your children to be decent young men and women, keep going, keep growing. It is tough out here sometimes for us as moms, and Lord knows it is a roller coaster. It is an emotional roller coaster. It is blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, it is so much. It is. It's giving up time. It's sacrifice. It's unconditional love. It's peanut butter and jelly. It's bread and butter. Without them, there would be no us. And without us, there would be no them. Okay? So keep doing what you're doing. Extend yourself grace once again. Love on you. Love on you. Give to you. You can't pour from an empty well. But if you are a mother, you chose that. And guess what? Believe it or not, that baby, those babies, they chose you. And they're counting on us to mother them well. I believe in being a good steward over what it is that God has blessed me with. I can't say that I've always been perfect at that. But what I can say is I've always strived to put one foot in front of the other. I can't always say that I had somebody holding my hand. Sometimes that journey was lonely. But one person that I did have was God, and that's because I let him in. Maybe you don't believe what I believe. That's fine. I'm not here to be religious on you in this moment. I'm just telling you things from my point of view and perspective. Have something to lean on. And when I say something to lean on, something that will give you purpose and meaning. Yes, you can say, oh, I do it for my kids. I do it for my children. But do you do it for you? Do you do it because you love it? Do you do it because you're called to that thing? And if by chance God didn't want that thing to take place, guess what? He would have just stopped it at any given time and moment. Well, at least that's what I believe. You were built for this. In fact, you are built different. They not like us. They not like us. You heard what I said. Okay? So in light of that, once again, I am a mother. And I answer the call. Will you answer the call? That's a good question. I don't know. Will you answer the call? Because there is a child, there is a young person that's counting on you. Maybe you're not a biological mother to a child that's in your space or that's been around you for quite some time. And that's okay. That's totally fine too. If you take on the responsibilities of a mother, shout out to you. Shout out to all the mothers out there that's doing the daggone thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep growing forward. Keep moving forward. Keep loving on your babies, on your grown-ups. At the end of the day, they still your babies though. And keep loving on you. Embrace the help. And also embrace the changes. Because seasons do change. And they do not last as babies forever. They get big, they grow, and then they get smelly, okay? And then you got to tell them to clean up. And then they get in relationships, and then you got to wipe tears in a different way. But I want you to know that you've got this. You've got this. Okay? So if you like this episode of our YouTube channel, go on over, if you have not yet, to our podcast and listen to the full podcast from the series Who Am I? Danny Royal from Her Diary Out Loud. And listen to both episodes, but specifically listen to I Am a Mother. Also, be sure to share this video out, share our podcast out with a sister. Tell a friend to pull up, okay? Because we want to hear from you. We want to know your concerns, your questions, your comments, and all that jazz. I am here, of course, to tell you my story, but I also want to hear what you got to say too. I'm not one-sided and I'm not selfish, so I can share, my space, energy, and effort with you all too. Make sure if you have any questions or concerns, DM me. Feel free to DM me in all of my social media platforms. I am on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok under Her Diary Out Loud. And if you like these earrings, be sure to follow me on Hardestry 101 at, no, not at. Hey, I was about to say Hardestry 101 at. No, Hardestry 101. That's my art page. I am an artist and I'm on Instagram. Until then, remember, you're not just mentally fit, spiritually fit, or physically fit, but you are feminine and fit. Bye.